Well, yesterday the NSE over in Nigeria listed 30 billion naira worth of shares of Guaranty Trust Assurance on its daily official list. The shares of the company, which was listed at a unit cost of 3 naira, gained 14 kobo by the close of the transaction in the equities market, and that pretty much in line with the positive momentum we saw on the overall all-share index yesterday. Joining us now to talk us through his outlook for the company and the investment merit it holds is Tosin Runsewe, Chief Client Officer at Guaranty Trust Assurance. Thanks so much, Tosin, for joining us this afternoon. Well, first things first, very interesting time to be listing on the NSE when confidence is so low and sentiment really dictating the overall movement at the bourse. Why now?
Thank you very much, Alicia, for having me. It's an interesting question which I've had over and over again over the last couple of weeks. We believe we have brought a high-value company to the market, and it doesn't really matter at what point of the cycle you bring in the company. A good company is a good company. There will always be cycles in the market, ups and downs, and for long-term investors who are looking for value, I actually think that this is the best time for us to bring the company to the market for them.
How's the company operated over the past years? We know that you've been in existence for 20 years, but the past year specifically has been a pretty tumultuous one. There certainly hasn't been the easiest sector to operate in, where we've had a distressed consumer market that you rely heavily on, and a very pressured equity space as well.
Well, first of all, you correctly said we're a 20-year-old company and we have been in operations for all of 20 years. The last 5 years, I've seen us going through a sort of renaissance, and we have restructured the company, and ours really is a growth story. We have grown our gross premium income at a compounded annual growth rate of 98% and our profit before tax in excess of 160% compounded annual growth rate. The last year and a half obviously have seen a lot of challenges in the market. In 2008, we still grew our gross premium income by over 100%. The investment climate obviously has been faced with a lot of challenges. But for us in Guaranty Trust Assurance, we have basically stuck with what I'd like to call investment 101, diversification. The equity market has been very tumultuous, but what we have done is to diversify our investment base along three main streams: the equity market, quoted and unquoted, yes, fixed income, and as well as real estate. And because of this diversification, we have been able to weather the storm largely and have done fairly well over the last year and a half.
Tosin, you speak about gross income here and gross profits. Certainly attempts being made at improving its profitability through investment returns from a risky asset class. We've seen a lot of the companies on that path, but we are also seeing companies making provisions for diminution of assets. I mean, what level of provisioning are we looking at from your end? Because it's that provisioning figure that's actually dented a lot of the company's gross premium incomes.
Well, I agree with you that we have seen quite a lot of high provisions from markets or from companies in this market. But from our company, as I said, because our investment base is highly diversified, we have been able to minimize greatly the level of provisioning we've had to do. Last year, we came out with a profit of 2 billion naira before tax, and that was after about $500 million provisioning. And this year we are looking at maintaining a very good result as well, in spite of the provisioning that we have made. Obviously, we make full provisions in accordance to the accounting standards and also according to the NICOM regulations.
Well, of course, we're dealing with Nigeria, which is a very underpenetrated market, so leaving you with lots of room and scope to expand in that territory. What are we looking at in terms of regional expansion, where we've already seen WAPIC, Intercontinental WAPIC, making expansions and leveraging of its recent expansion into Ghana?
Our goal is to develop a very sustainable business model in Nigeria first. Obviously, as a subsidiary of Guaranty Trust Bank, what we have done is to leverage Guaranty Trust Bank's distribution channels in Nigeria and develop a bank assurance model, which is working very well today. We have a very effective distribution network of about 108 GT Bank branches across the country, as well as a number of branches of a couple of other banks locally here in Lagos. Now, ultimately, obviously, we plan to expand across West Africa in all of those countries where our parent company is present, and perhaps even beyond as time grows on. Yeah. Our vision is to occupy the space of a West African insurance company and perhaps even a Pan-African insurance company in the long run.
On that note, Tosin Runsewe, who's the Chief Client Officer over at Guaranty Trust Assurance, which listed on the NSE yesterday.